Hello, you are welcome once again to New Focused Approach to Mathematics Basic 9. This is the revised edition, and in this video, we want to look at how to calculate surface area of some solid. Specifically, we'll be looking at prisms. And so we will take few questions and learn how we can find the total surface area of a prism, whether a rectangular prism, square base prism, a cuboid, a cube, or triangular prism. So let's take few examples and see. For example, here we have find the surface area of the cuboid here, and the cuboid is having dimension 5 centimeters by 6 centimeters by 3 centimeters. Now the surface area encompasses all the surfaces that you can actually see. Okay, for example, if you look at the diagram here or the figure here, let's say if you open this particular cuboid, you can see the surface area being split, or the net, or the areas that you see here. That is what made or come together to make the solid cuboid. And so the surface area we're going to calculate is to find the area of the rectangle here, which is times 2. Area of the rectangle here also times 2. Area of the rectangle here times 2. Now you can see that none of the faces, we have 3 faces that are not equal, but then 2 faces are always equal. So that is what we are going to do. So we are going to find the area of this times 2, the area of this times 2, the area of this times 2. Okay. So I have the first area. Let me say this area is going to be, let me call it area A. So 5 times 6 will be the area of the rectangle there, because here is 6 means here 2 is 6, and the line here 2 is 6. And so the area of this, okay, is going to be 5 times 6. And 5 times 6 we know is 30. So 30 times 2, and that will give us 60. So the first area is 60 centimeters. Then let me call this area B. Okay, so the area B is also 3 times 6, and that will give us 18. Then times 2 of this size will give us 36. Then the third area C is the top, and the top is coming with 3 times the 5 here. And so 3 times 5 also will give us 15, also times 2 will give us 30. Now when we put this together and we add them together, we are going to get so we have 6, so 126 will be the answer, centimeter squared. So that is the answer for calculating this. So you can label A, B, C, and say area A implies that, area B implies that, area C implies that, and you can do that. Okay, now let's take another example. Find the surface area of the triangular prism here. And here they've given you in the net form, so it becomes very easy to work with. So again, we are going to have per the question, you can see that the side here is the same as the side here, and they all have the same length, 14. That means this area comes in 2 different forms. Then we have the second area, which is different, that's the middle one. And then the third area also comes in 2 different forms of the same size. So we can say area A implies, how do we find area A? Is 10 times 14, and that will give us 140 times 2. So we have 280 centimeters squared. That is if it's in centimeters. Then area B is only 1, so that will give us also 14 times 12. So that's going to give me 168. So 168, I don't have the unit, so let me just leave it 168, and that is only 1. Okay, then I'm going to find the area for the C, which is a triangle. And we know area of a triangle is half base times height, so half base, and the base is 12, okay, times height, and the height of the according to the question, the height is 8. Okay, So then that is going to give me that is 6 times 8, right? So 6 times 8, we know that is 48, and that one too is times 2, so that will give us 96. So now let's put all the areas together. So we have 280 plus 168 plus 96. So together will give us a total area. So we have what, 444, sorry, 544. We say unit or square unit. We can just say square unit, okay, because the unit was not given. So that is how we calculate the surface area of the triangular prism with the net given. Now let's take the last example under this. Find the surface area of the triangular prism here, and here they put it in a solid form for you. So you need to know how it's going to look like in the net form, then how you find the area. Once again, you can see that the triangle is a right angle triangle here. That is fine because they showed 90 degrees here for us. And then you can see the sides are not the same. So we have 6 centimeters, 8 centimeters, and then 10 centimeters, which makes all the three rectangular faces different. Okay, so if you put it the net, this is how you're going to see it. And so we have only this, let's call this area A, area B, area C. Each of them is different. Then area D has the same area for both sides because the two bases are going to be the same. So how do we find area A? And by the dimension, you can see that the area A will have a dimension of 20 by 10. Okay, that is the area A, the bigger part. Okay, 20 by 10. Then the area B will have a dimension of 8 by 20. Okay, 8 by 20. Then the area C also will have a dimension of 6 by 20. Okay, so this is how it is going to look like. Again, so if I want to find the area A, I'm going to say area A is 20. So let me make it area A. So it's equal to 20 times 10. Okay, that will give us 200. Then B is 20 by 8, and that's going to give us 160. And then C will give us 20 by 6, and that's going to give us 120. Then we want to find the area D, and the area D is where we have a problem. It's going to be half base times half base, and the base of the triangle here is 6, and then the height is 8. And so when you simplify that, you are going to get 3 times, so this will divide this as 3, so 3 times 8. So that will give us 24. Now the 24 times 2, because there are 2 of the D's, okay, so that will give us 48. So in a nutshell, we have 200 plus 160 plus 120 plus 48. So this total will be the total surface area of this prism. So we are going to have putting all together be 528 centimeter squared. That answers the question. So you see how easy this can also be done. I'm sure this video has been of great help to you in learning. Go ahead and solve more questions. See you next time.